Welcome to DC Health and Fitness.
Hi guys, it's Devin Cripe with DC Health and Fitness, and today I'm going to show you and tell you how to build the body of a god. You already know what's good with it. Let's get started, okay? Just to start a little bit about myself and why I'm qualified to tell you guys how to do so. I built a pretty impressive body. I would like to say so myself. Going through my journey, I lost 40 pounds of fat, got bullied a lot, got a lot of anxiety, overcame that, got really skinny, got bullied, got a lot of social anxiety from that. It took me about 4 or 5 years to build the physique that I have today. I went through multiple coaches, I've gone thousands of YouTube videos, thousands of different articles, and all of these different things to lead me to where I am today. And now I have 3 certifications: the NASM CPT, American Muscle certification, and as well as NASM Performance Enhancement. With that being said, how do you build the body of a god? So first I have written down is you need to train. I like to write it down. But this is what I mean by you need to train. You're like, okay, of course, is that you need to give your muscles a reason to grow. What does that mean? It means that, let's say you've been doing 40 push-ups a day, or you've been doing the same routine at the gym or the same home workout routine. That isn't going to help you build the body of a god, because the body of a god, he trains like a god. So what you need to think about is, how do I elevate myself? How do I progress to get to a certain level where I'm doing the things that a person with the physique that I want is doing? Okay? If he's bench pressing a certain amount of weight, if he's doing a certain type of amount of push-ups or a certain calisthenic movement, I need to figure out how I can get there, because me doing my 40 push-ups a day, or me running through my basic workout of some curls, some leg extensions, some bench press, some overhead press, or whatever, is not getting me the progress that I want. Okay, so training is the most important part, because if you're not getting your training right, the next steps, your diet, your recovery, and the bonus tip is not going to matter. You need to put in the effort that it's going to take to build new muscle fibers. And no matter what, if you want to look like a bodybuilder, if you want to look like Zac Efron, if you want to look like myself, if you want to look like a god, no matter what the physique that you're going after, you need to train, because a desirable physique has muscle. It's not just skin and bones. I know that. Sure, you might not want to be bulky. Sure, you might not want to be too huge, but you want to have a significant amount of muscle. And a lot of people are like, I'm not going to train like a god, or like someone that's really into fitness and progress, because I don't want to build that bulky physique. You guys got it messed up. The only reason you build that bulky physique is years of dedication of training a specific way, eating a specific way, and having that desired result. And it takes a long time, no matter what. You can do that. You can build the body that you want of a god, but it's going to take the same level of dedication, the same type of training, or similar training, the same intensity, the same passion towards the training to build that physique that you want, as it is going to take to build that bulky physique. The training part is the most important part. I cannot stress that enough, because if you're not training hard enough, you're not going to get the results that you want. What should you do? What do you need? Okay, you need to be training at least 3 days a week. I say 3 full body workouts. You could do 4 upper lower split. You can be doing 5-6 day push pull legs or bro split, depending on where you at, again, your availability and how serious you are. Now that we have taken care of how many days a week should you train, now what type of training should you do? Obviously, if you want to look like a beach body, or you want to look like a goddess or a god, because we're men, or you want to look like a bodybuilder, whatever it may be, you need to mimic some of that type of training. So what I personally do is, I'm really into bodybuilding, lifting weights, lifting heavy, really into compound lifts, powerful lifts, as well as isolation, but now I'm really into calisthenics as well. What do you need to do? You need to add a combination of everything into your lift. If you want to build an overall fantastic physique, you need to be doing some bodybuilding lifts, you need isolation, some compound, some heavy lifting, as well as you need to be working with your body weight. And you need to be doing abs, training core, training chest, training shoulders, training all your entire body, as well as probably doing some cardio, because you don't only want to look like a god, but you want to be able to feel like a god, like you're able to do certain things that you want to be capable of. It's not so much about looking as well as it is about feeling and being a god. You're going to be able to look like a god, and then you're going to be able to feel like a god. And that's what we want roaming around this earth, is we want to be as confident, have the highest self-respect, self-pride, and self-esteem that we can by the way that we train ourselves in our practice and our process. That's the first one, is train. Second, I don't mean go on a diet. I do not mean that. I don't like the word diet, but what does diet mean? It means the way that you eat, the way that you eat. It does. I'm not saying go keto, do intermittent fasting, do any of these things. These are tools in the toolkit that you can use. You can bring out certain times, but that is not what I want you to do. This is a lifestyle that you're going to carry on for multiple years and your entire life. What do I mean by diet? You need to learn how to track your macros. You need to learn how to track your calories. You need to find your base metabolism rate. You need to eat in a surplus, build lean muscle. Depending on where you're at, if you need to get more cut, maybe you already have a good amount of muscle. Maybe you need to lose some body fat. Maybe that you're skinny fat and you need to lose some of that fat before you start building that muscle. Depending on where you're at, I'm going to recommend different things. But no matter what, you need to learn how to track your macros. You need to find your base metabolism rate. You need to find how many calories you're eating and how many your body needs to stay the same weight and reach the goals that you want. That's how important diet is. And that, if you guys can get training, doing the macros and calories right, it makes nutrition way easier. Next part of diet is that the more nutrient dense and the quality of food that you eat, the better your training is going to be, the better results you're going to get. As well as the leaner you're going to look, the better, more energy you're going to have, and the better you're going to feel. What type of vegetables are good for your body, what type of fruits, what type of nuts are good for your body, as well as protein and the different things you want to do there. Me personally, I don't eat bread, and I don't eat bread, and I don't eat that much dairy. I feel better, and it makes me have better performance in the gym and get better results. So diet, I cannot stress enough how important it is. Get your diet straight. Learn to count your macros, learn your basic metabolism rate, learn how to count calories, and start doing it and get the results of your dreams. Recovery, because without this one, if you're training hard and you're on top of your diet, but you're not recovering, you're gonna make zero gains. Let's write it down. Gains, zero. Why? Because that's when your muscles recover, and that's when your muscles get bigger, and that's where you start making progress, is when you're sleeping, on your rest days, after your training. I cannot stress it enough. What does recovery mean? It means you should be getting about 7-8 hours of sleep. Recover pretty well with 7 hours of sleep, but even better with 8. My mood is elevated. My training's better at 8. And there's other things in life, of course, other than training. But I recommend 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Recovery, doing yoga, doing stretching, doing things after your workout that help your mobility, your flexibility, different things like that. How about rolling out, self-myofascicular release? How about getting massages? How about cold showers, cold ice baths, icing your joints? All of these different things are going to play a role into you feeling better, having more energy, feeling like a god. You training harder, you being more on top of your diet, you recovering better is going to help you build the body of a god. So, bonus tip, what is it? Bonus tip. Get excited. What is it? This is a game changer, because without this bonus tip, none of this matters. Like, hardly. You're going to make way worse gains without this bonus tip. What is it? Track. You need to track your training, you need to track your diet, and you need to track your recovery, because what you track grows. Where your focus goes, energy flows. The more attention you put on your goals, the more attention you put on, am I getting strong? Weight are you lifting? How much weight are you lifting? How many reps did I get? Count your reps, count your rest time, count your training. The more you track, the more attention you put on this. As far as you tracking, you have a log, you're logging in your phone, you're logging on an app, you're logging it with a journal, the more progress you're going to get. 2, you need to be tracking your diet. What does that mean? Your macros. You need to track your foods. You need to track your calories. You need to do that and do it well and put a lot of attention towards it, and you're going to get better results. Look, you're trying to look like a god? Well, are you making progress, bro? Am I looking better? Track your weight. Give a little flex on. See if you're looking like a god yet. Number 4, what should you track? You should track your recovery. How much are you sleeping? Okay, this week I only got 6 hours of sleep. What was my mood? How was my training effective? How was my diet affected? How did I look different from my sleep? I'll check it out with the next week. I got 8 hours. Bonus one. Let's go with supplements, okay? See what supplements you need. See, okay, let me try this creatine. Let me try creatine out. Does it make a difference? Let me try protein powder. Okay, let me try it without it. This is the most important one. But a man who never quits on reaching his goals is bound to reach his goals. So no matter what, guys, I want to tell you, don't quit. Never quit on yourself, guys. I'm telling you, stay with your training. Get better with your training. Train more. Make PRs. Diet. Can't stress it enough. Track your macros. Track your calories. And start eating healthy. Get that protein in. Recovery. Can't stress it enough. You need to recover. That's where the muscle's built. After your workouts, do some yoga. Do some stretching. Ice yourself out. Get some sleep. Bonus, track it. Where your focus goes, energy flows. It's in the soul. And you're going to conquer that goal. All right? How to build the body of a god. That's how you do it. Those are some basic tips, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's Devin Kripe with DC Health and Fitness. If you guys are interested in how I personally can help you build the body of your dreams, DM me or email me results, and I'll be happy to help you out. Check the link in my bio. Check out my website and some of the testimonials I have with the clients I've worked with that I've helped them reach their goals. But other than that, guys, I hope you found the video useful. It's Devin Kripe with Dream Big Live Fit, DC Health and Fitness. Get better today. Get your motherfucking gains. Let's get it.